Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 20. And normally, sometimes when I get to an episode that's a multiple of 10 and it's in a long game or a long campaign, I'll do a bit of a talk about the game and how it's unfolding and the mechanics of it. You know, I have been harsh on the game, but I've been harsh on it because it was really sold to me as something it's not. It really sells itself as an RPG, like a Fallout-style RPG. But it's very much more like... Well, and when I say Fallout, I mean Fallout 1 and 2. But it's very much more like Fallout Tactics than it is Fallout. In that there is an intense combat focus. Unless you... I presume want to go like 10 intelligence and tons of speech on top. But I wanted to sort of lay down some groundwork of like why I'm frustrated. Like there's so many, and I've talked about various lessons that have not been learned. Like, for example, I did talk about action points, and I said, you know, to stop this silly like kiting thing where you hit someone and then you run away and then you hit them as they close in and then you run away, like you roll over action points. So if the AI is not using all of its action points, it can store some, or if it finds that it's not able to close the distance and attack you, it can wait for a moment to get a lot of action points and then go after you, and just add some variety into its playstyle. But also there's just the issue of, for example, I believe action points is more or less determined by dexterity. It has always been a problem in these kinds of games that action points are too important. And a whole multitude of RPGs from the Fallout era, we're talking 30 years ago, they all had this issue that if you were going to be a fighter, and that was definitely more of a choice in Fallout for sure, you didn't have to be a fighter, but if you were going to be a fighter, you were going to take 9 or 10 agility. There is the possibility of getting like +1 to a number of stats in Fallout over the course of the adventure, so you may not necessarily go for 10 straight away. You might go for 8 or 9 and then pick up additional points on your journey. There was like a whole heap of implants, for example, I think in both games, where you could add +1 to all stats. But, you know, these are problems that have been solved in the modern era, right? I mean, for example, you can have it so that you gain an action point for every 2 points you have in agility or dexterity in this game. Okay, so if you go for 10 dexterity, you're going to get 1 for 6, 1 for 8, and 1 for 10. So 3. Instead of what I presume will be +1 for every point. But you can also have it that there are action points available for, say, every 3 points in strength. So you get 1 for 6, 1 for 9, for an additional 2. Because action points are supposed to be a representation of your general ability to do things. And, you know, people who are very strong or have great endurance are also capable of doing a lot more than other people. They get less fatigued, you know, they're used to training. You spread the benefits. You have a main skill that primarily boosts something, but you have a secondary skill, or even a tertiary one, that also adds to it. So you're building a physical character and it reduces min-maxing, and it creates more realistic characters. But it also means that if someone makes a generalist character, they are not so brutally hobbled by that. Man, I hope these spiders are not as dangerous as the ones that I've encountered previously. Oh! Man, I critically hit it and it's still got half health. Ooh, that was a big hit. Do you just run down here to get out? No. I don't think this tunnel actually connects. I don't think it connects to the other side. How badly poisoned am I? Nah, I'm only slightly poisoned. Okay, we are not going to cut through here as a shortcut. And I don't think I can handle the spiders. We can just go around here though. I'll do. I need to eat there because I left myself with a critically tiny amount of HP. Yeah, so as I was saying, you can stagger out the benefits of things. Like I spoke about Colony Ship, and one thing that Colony Ship did was, you know, you built up your primary firearm skill of the firearm you wanted to use, but also building up the other firearm skills. These are worth it for the experience. Building up your other firearms skills did, in fact, benefit you. It's not a low-level encounter. This game is actually using the turn start and turn end sounds from Fallout. And likewise, you know, there are all kinds of things you can do, like you might primarily get bonus skill points from intelligence, but you may also get additional skill points from, say, attention in this case, or even luck. You know, sometimes developing a skill can just be like a bit of luck. You know, you can still min-max even when the benefits of min-maxing are lessened. But you can create more natural characters. But these are all lessons that... These are lessons that should have been learned, that have been learned. Since the days of Fallout. So I guess I'm frustrated just because it feels like a big step back. Is this a guard post? Who can guess the customs of people who manage to not only survive but raise cattle and crops in this godforsaken place? Calm your wife down, not me. Okay, whatever you say. You look like one of the local hoodlums. You can't pass for a merchant either. We sure need a merchant round about now. So you need a merchant? Perhaps I can help. 20 cartridges in here. When they run out, what then? There'll be another raid, I know it. I need at least 20 handfuls of gunpowder. It's sitting up for quite a while, but this month I placed my order, the merchant hasn't come. I'll give this money to you if you return the gunpowder before he does, and even add a small bonus on top. Sure, why not? I mean, can I not just say that I have like half of that on me right now? See, that's another modern thing that this game could totally have. She wants 20 gunpowder. I have, I think, 8. Why not have it such that she'll pay X amount for each one that you hand over, plus a bonus if you hand them all over, right? We can do that now. We live in the modern times. It makes more sense. It's more immersive. Someone says, oh, I need 20 gunpowder, and you're like, well, I've got 8 on me, and they're like, no, I don't want 8. Come back when you've got 20. Right? It doesn't work like that. You'd be like, oh, I can do you a deal for what I have on me right now, and I'll see if I can find you some more. The gangsters came out current demanding to explain what was going on. The merchant said he was going to bury a friend. They didn't believe him. Bet that box is stuffed with goods. Inside was a pre-war Maxim gun, fully restored and functioning, bipod and a 200 cartridge belt. Bad guys were routed to the spot long enough to accommodate about 50 rounds from the Maxim. Took the entire gang down with one burst, all except one guy. Name's Alyonka. Okay, we already did that. Fine, please don't shoot me. I feel ashamed next to this occasion. On this occasion, where she's wrong, I don't need a merchant anymore. I want to buy new ways and then dig up my sour trailer in the garden. Private detective. What for? Detective or physicist? There's a guy walking around these lands who introduces himself as Kalarov the tourist, but he's not interested in what remains of architecture and nature. He pays attention to our women. He's convinced at least 30 alone for some horizontal mambo. I'm worried he might have seduced my wife. Been having it rough lately, and if she cheated me on with this guy, I have to know. This Casanova gives a plastic ring to every woman he's slept with as a keepsake. So if you rummage through her things and look for this ring, it'd be clear as day. What's the problem? Go and ask her. What are you talking about? How can I ask her? It's such a delicate matter, to say the least. Wow. I guess that's the draw, huh? I just read it. I can read it in the box. Oh my god, what is with the lines in this game? Can't just be boring everywhere. That woman has the face of a child, in my opinion. The question is, how are you supposed to get her out of there so that you can actually check it? Well, I probably ruined the quest anyway by choosing what I chose to say, even though it didn't seem like an outright no. It was just like, I don't know, poorly written, I guess. I must admit, the main character in this game does seem to be a perpetual ass. Can't, like, uncraft anything either. You know what? Since I'm here, I wonder if I can crowbar that safe in the bunker that I missed. Ooh. Ow. These guys don't appear to actually be very good. But there's still 4 of them. And I also only have 14 HP. Critical one. Man, these guys seem really weak. I'm also horribly injured though. Just a little something to remember me by. Nearly killed him. Hey, it's the same map. Alright, that was easy enough. 162 experience for that. If I could handle more random encounters, I certainly would level up faster, that is for sure. Is he still toxified? No. Drop some stuff off at the bunker. We're gonna get a car at some point. That would make my life a lot easier. You know what? This cart out here is probably actually... Okay, they're not actually boxes you can put stuff in. I was going to say they're probably an ideal place to store things. Do I'm still a little bit unsure as to where all the weight is coming from. Plastic bottles are empty. Oh, the frying pan weighs 5 kilos. That would be a good start. I'm also carrying around 5 kilos of corn because I just keep on getting it faster than I can actually eat it. Let's leave this here as well for now. And this. Okay, let's go. What I want to do is see if I can open that safe that I couldn't open before. Now an extra 10 points of lockpick. I missed a shelf? Or does it just have electronics on it? Oh, it had nails, okay. Guess I missed a shelf. Oh. I missed something here too. Hey, a book! That's pretty sweet. Not why I came here, but great. I'll take that. Those had electronics in, if I remember correctly. They don't even sell that well. It was around here somewhere. There it is. I managed to open everything in this place except this box. Oh man, that's funny. Ooh, okay. Door 1, 4334, door 2, 1593. Well, I don't know about that, but I will take that handgun. For sure. That's actually a very good weapon, I think. Not that old Oskar here is very good with handguns, but hey. Right, let's get the hell out of here. Wasn't there a door? No. No, there wasn't. I was going to say, was there a door down here I couldn't break into either? The answer to that question is no. maybe I can do this now. But this was a technology check that I failed, even though I had a pretty high technology score. I am not going to kick the machine. On the grounds that it will probably come to life and kill me. The developers of this game would definitely do that. Alright, let's take what I think has got value. Need that for the paper quest. Let's leave these here for now. Let's try and stay underweight. Man, these are heavy. Can always come back later. $600 EXP to go. So if you can't use the tunnel from this side, then I presume that you can't use the tunnel from this side either, and this is actually just an area that I have not explored. Come on in, ants, where are you? Fight me. That is so much experience for such an easy fight. Okay, it's not anything on this side. Like, it's not anything at all. Armed collar dog. I don't think he's really got anything I want. But doesn't have any money either. He's not exactly offering great trade here. No, I'll leave it. This is this map with the house, but there's nothing in it. the nearest exit? Please note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Could probably kill those Doomsday Cult members. They're probably not that difficult. It's one of the people I'm supposed to find here. He's got money and slugs. Might be a good opportunity to get rid of some of these blades. That'll do. What is going on with this guy's face? Your stories are not convincing. Sounds interesting, but the bureaucracy got me by the walls here. I don't know when I'll be relieved. Alright, I figured that one of the guys I was supposed to find was here. Am I still radiated? You know what? That bottle of vodka might do me some good. Alright, we'll drink it before we leave, just because I don't want to dumpster my intelligence while I'm talking to people. Thanks for the food, boys. Can't open the lock. Okay. What if I say, please? Okay, fine. Please didn't work. Okay. There goes our radiation. Because for some reason, vodka cures radiation. Right, I want to level up and go back to Death Tunnel, because Death Tunnel seems to be where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm just not high enough level to handle it. Where are the wolves? There's one. There's one more. Am I encumbered? Be wise to not be encumbered during this fight. Oh! Alright, no skinning until we're out of here. Let's keep our distance. Ow. How dare you, mutt? Ah, this one is fast. Let's make sure he doesn't make it. No! I got the instant death stun. You know, after super crits, I was like, never again. Did I? Is this before I completed that quest? Yeah, no, it's after. It definitely is after, because I'm not radiated anymore. Man, imagine playing on permadeath and you get stunned. And you just know that there's no way you're going to survive 4 or 5 turns on the ground. keep forgetting to drink the tea. Let's just keep a couple. 3 pieces of the shield. Gunpowder, 12. Need 20. I think we'll just go ahead and sell that at the shop. Actually, I'll sell those at the shop. Plus 4 damage threshold. It's interesting. I remember the stats of this being way worse. It's like something has changed. These magazines actually heavy. It's super heavy. Well, I didn't find a respirator or anything like that, but go back with the crowbar and try and break into the generator. Might as well buy that because I need it for quests. He doesn't really have anything else I want. Ooh, not that. It's my knife. I'll worry about buying a weapon when I can actually use a weapon. We've got loads of bottles. Those can just go as well. Drowning in bottles. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm like, I was going to sell something that's worth a lot of money. Why can't I think of what that is? Because what that is the wolf bits. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to drink that stupid drink. Just because I'm sure it gives experience points. And I'm so close to leveling now. Don't do it. What's this? You were totally supposed to do this right at the beginning. mushroom god. And you fall down senseless. You have not been robbed. Don't know why it turned out so strong. I need some toadstools and I don't have time to go picking on my own. You can find me out. Just 5 would do. They grow on the other side of the fence. Those are long gone, man. I sold those. What a shocker, I got some experience points for that. And today we found out that Oskar is an idiot. But only because this game makes him one. Okay, I have my introduction now. Yes, the job. I have a job for you after all. We've heard about the bandit gang that terrorizes our village. Each month they come to collect supplies from us. If we don't surrender the goods, they rob and kill our people. I believe there's a snitch living in our village, a traitor, a rat. I'm sure about this. Someone made a pact with the bandits and keeps them informed of everything that goes on around here. That said, I can't imagine who the rat is. The village is slowly dying. The drought, the bandits, young people always leaving. A few more years and we'll be wiped off the map. I'll start by telling you who not to suspect. Completely trust my fighting men, Jan and Petya, to the south and north gates respectively. Okay, we actually found a quest here that's we probably should have done a million years ago. But I'm up for it, if only just level up. Okay, how does one avoid such a sad fate? By purchasing a quality firearm. It's not him. Maybe I can ask him under the thing. What if I want to join them? Yeah, look. What if the one who's wearing the mask just left the visit quietly, making no trouble for you or anyone else? Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. When you decide you're done with all the bullshit, sleeping under rocks and stealing dog food and all that stuff, there'll be a position available in in their bandit camp. My god, it's so cartoonishly easy to solve this. There's no intrigue at all. Rob the thief, then drop him in it. Truly the way of glory. Of course, it was so obvious. My dude. He just basically admitted to it like a friggin' 6-year-old. We must dispose of the snitch. This much is clear to me, but how? Don't create a panic. It must be disposed of quietly. Interesting, I won't ask why, but it's good to hear exactly as you propose. Why don't you lure him out to the building that you've already agreed to meet him at? Alright, we got what we needed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my points. 20, quite a few. And then I'm going to go to the death tunnel and see how many points I need to get that generator running. But before I do, now is the time to use these. Does anyone want to read all this? I certainly don't. The lines don't even match the text, annoyingly. You gain 28 points of speechcraft. My god, 28 points? 40 points of speechcraft! Holy crap! This is like the cheat codes. My god, the game is going to be easier. 30 points of survival. This is crazy. This is levels and levels worth of skill points. $26 points of first aid. $28 points of SMG. EM16 rifles. That's a rare British service rifle, if I remember correctly. I'm not even sure that ended up in production, unless I'm losing it, or it's a different weapon. $20 points of technology. I love the idea that they had a book. They had a book, and they had 2 pages at the end for 1 word. I'm pretty sure an editor somewhere would have figured out a way to squeeze that word onto the previous 2 pages. My god, I mean that's crazy. Well, I certainly didn't get any lockpicking, but I mean, pistols and SMG is actually a usable skill now at 66. It's not far behind martial arts. Maybe I shouldn't have sold that handgun after all. Did I actually sell it? Because it's not in his inventory. buy that. There's so many recipes that require one of those. Sure, why not? Well, you found him. This very village, that's my luck all over. Wrong place, wrong time. Stretch to who else he needs on his team apart from me. How am I failing this check with 148 speechcraft? She's at the bottom outpost. That is something I can just do very quickly right now. Actually, I'll have to do it next time because I am so out of time. I'm just burning time in this game. Yes, the books were crazy. The fact that I now suddenly have 148 speech and I still couldn't persuade that guy is also feeling a bit crazy. I'm still not sure effective training is a good thing to get. Because of the way the amount of EXP needed for each level increases. So it's not like you're going to get 20% more levels. And 4 points is a lot of points. I mean, that's 4 levels. So you're going to lose 4 points out of the ability tree. I don't know. I need to think about it. But that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.